Welcome to Dr. Walls and Friends on the Sisters in Harmony Network. I am joined here with Master Bridget Morrissey. How are you doing this evening?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you, doctor? It's good to see you today.
Good to see you too. Now, you've had an active day today, being the MC here up at the World Karate Union, mistress of ceremonies, rather.
That's right.
Yes. Now, tell me, a lot of times when I come to these martial arts events, I do not see a lot of women.
True.
And yet you are, how many degrees now, black belt?
I have a 5th degree in karate.
All right.
Black belt. I'm considered a master rank. At the rank of 4th degree, I was given the title of master, and anything above that to me was superfluous. Anything above the black belt was more than I could possibly hope for or wish for in my life or achieve, and it just became such an important part of my life. It's starting as a hobby, or starting as a thing I'd like to try, or something different, or I always saw that in movies, or whatever I perceived it to be then and what it is now. Clearly two different things, just like anything in life. You think you're going to be this when you grow up, or when I'm a doctor it's going to be easy, I have a lot of money, and in reality, you're working 900 hours a week, as you know, and it takes years upon years to even get to be that, let alone experience that, and for me to go beyond the black belt, I was beside myself when I got my yellow belt.
Wow.
That I achieved something. I went back as an adult and started to study seriously.
Okay.
When I was a young kid, I took archery and maybe a horseback riding class and maybe a karate class at the local, youth center, and I always thought, well, I could never be that because I didn't do it when I was a kid.
Okay.
And so when I came
So what age and how long have you been doing it?
In my young 20s, I started back, I was actually working at a place, and my master now opened a karate school locally, and he came into the radio station that I was at. I was working in broadcasting, and he said anybody that's on the air could study for free.
Okay.
And I thought, that's such a huge thing because that was a Monday morning, and on Thursday, the Thursday before that, I had been calling around locally to enlist myself into a karate school.
Wow.
And they were all out of my price range.
Wow.
Because, as I mentioned, I worked in broadcasting.
Yes.
I worked in radio.
Yes.
And that was almost a sign from God to me. I was like, that's clearly meant to be. I really should follow this through. And I was able to do that, so it was affordable for me for a while, and because I would get and be, rather braggadocious about what happened in class the night before, and say how great I felt, and get some more business. And he took out advertising at the station, and then like a little live plug or whatever the case was, and it changed my life so profoundly. When I got my yellow belt, I don't know which one was more impressive to me personally, was the yellow belt or the black belt or the master's belt, because the master's belt was my black belts were all tested in front of me. So they had already attained the rank of black belt, and then my master came in and said, okay, now you're going to show me black belt number 1, show me what blah 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 is. And I remember actually biting on my knuckles because I can't usually depend on other people. I thought to myself, I have to depend on someone else, and if I want it done right, I have to do it myself. And in reality, I was doubting myself and all the hard work I had put into these people, and they were phenomenal. I was blown away.
And you know what I'm blown away by? That this started out as a hobby for you.
Absolutely.
And now you have how many schools?
I have 2 schools in Pennsylvania, and we run the Masters Cup Karate Tournament, which is a regional karate tournament. It's an open tournament, and we get upwards of 300 people every year to join us from ages of 5 up to, there is no limit, and that, between that and the fact that both my partner Shihan Stephanie Sacek and I used to be on the competition team for the Goshin Jitsu national team, to bring that around and have my students be at our tournament, to take, in other words, we took everything that we did in life. She's an artist, I was in communications, and everything seemed to fold in to make this really lovely little souffle that works so good for us with the schools. It was good for the both of us to have, she had a good background in graphics and art and so on, so of course it made the dojo lovely to look at, and her ideas and her concepts and the logos and things like that, that was all there, it was all, everything was an original idea.
And it all came together
and it comes naturally. Yes, it came naturally. You could tell, there are times when you can't think of ideas, you can't come up with something, and you're just stifled. But it always seemed to flow. There was always a good idea. There was always a good answer. There was always the right place to rent. There was always the students that walked through the door.
It's incredible. I talk to people about passion and purpose all the time, and how pieces come together like that. So now, for people who would like to study with you, find out more about you, is there a website where they can go, or contact information?
Absolutely. Our website is AmericanDojoKarate.com. pretty simple.
All right.
And that's a general full-color website and full-color brochure online.
All right.
And we also have a Facebook page that you can give us a shout-out. It's American Dojo Karate on Facebook.
Perfect.
And we've also got the Masters Cup. So you can go on there and, see some action shots from a tournament, and it's wonderful because it changes everyone's life as much as it changed mine. And
Yes.
when they come to me and they say, "You can't imagine," I say, "Oh, yes.
Yes, I
I
know.
can. I really started it for my health. I had a bad back. And I thought it would be a good exercise stretching routine. And then when he came to me and said that, boom, boom, and every piece fell into play, that it was just awesome.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's like, step back a little bit there. I think you're still in frame. There you go. Step back a little bit. That's right.
Too much. So for people who are interested in finding out more about you, be sure to check out her website. And as we talked before about, martial arts is great for men as well as for women.
Yes.
And for health reasons as well as
Everything that you
personal
could think of.
development.
Personal defense, so it gives you a sense of security. Personal wellness, it gives you a feeling of betterment.
right.
And you become a little more benevolent and kind to others because you actually have to develop a patience with yourself to learn a technique that's difficult or challenging. I'm terrible. I'm a perfectionist. I have to get this right or whatever. Well, you can say whatever you want, but eventually we're all going to go through the same steps.
Yes.
We're all going to get to the same point of learning this and accepting that I can or can't do this, or trying harder to do that, and it develops the character as well as your physicality, and you're literally walking a little taller because your physical carriage has become healthier.
Yes.
And you're feeling better about yourself because you have empowered yourself from something that you enjoy and love. I always inspire, especially when I'm working with young ladies, to say, because self-esteem can be so shattered so easily.
Yes.
We always look within. We want to destroy within. Whereas, and usually in the males, they lash out.
Yes.
Literally lash out.
Yes.
We actually lash in. Females who harm themselves,
Yes.
or have such low self-esteem, or depend on someone else for their esteem. That's kind of a double-edged sword because we're telling people that in order to be a valuable person, you need to be valuable to others.
Yes.
And if you feel that you're not valuable to others, then you feel.
So you heard it right
Well,
here first. We got to value ourselves first, and remember we are priceless.
And you have something to offer.
Yes.
Make yourself valuable, yes.
Thank you so much for taking this time with
Hi,
us.
thank you very much.
All right.
It's always wonderful.
We'll be back on Dr. Walls and Friends.